So, okay, let's say we've taken control, and you have, because you're here, and I know you have. So then the next thing to do with our mind, and the really important thing about our mind, is that we need to be kind to it. So we need to do things to really help our mind out. So we're going to start visualising what it will look like for us to be the person we're going to be when we reach our goal. So in 12 weeks' time, who will that person be? What will she look like? Start to dream about that. Start to dream about the clothes that you will wear. Start to visualise at every opportunity. I do this. I've got some times when I do this. I love doing this before I go to sleep at night. I love doing this when I'm driving in the car. And sometimes I'll even just talk about, like I'll talk as if I'm there. I'm already there. And it's okay because people just think I'm on the phone. But it's actually, if you see me driving around and go, she's visualising. I actually talk as if I'm living that moment right now. I'm convincing, not even convincing, it's not even about convincing, but I'm showing my mind what it is I'm going to be and how I'm going to look and how I'm going to feel. That's what I'm sharing. So get into the habit of that. You need to visualise every day. So every day, get into the habit of it. I want you to do this every day. I do it when I'm walking. I do it all the time when I'm doing yoga. All the time. I find when I'm doing yoga, the best time to set my mind free, to just be and do whatever I want. And some of the most amazing things come to me when I'm in that state. It's awesome. Do it if you like going to the gym. Do it when you go to the gym. Do it when you're on the treadmill. Do it when you're swimming. Whenever you have got a chance to just be you and your mind, visualise. You need to do it every day and you'll need to tick that off. So another thing I talked about goals. Really set your goals. Make sure you set your goals. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Some of you won't be necessarily wanting to lose much weight. It mightn't be about that. It might just be about reclaiming yourself and feeling better within yourself and feeling healthier. I've had women go through the program who really didn't need to lose a lot of weight at all, but just wanted to feel good again, had lost whatever that was, that zing, that zest for life. And so whatever your goal is, set your goal. Be really clear about it. A little bit down the track, and if you've already had a look at the presentation I've sent through to you, you'll see that there's a journal. You need to write that goal in every week. You need to be really clear about it. You need to reaffirm it. You need to recommit to it every single week. Sometimes it might even change a little bit, and that's fine. Goals don't have to be set in stone, but just be aware that you've got to have a goal, because if you don't have a goal, you've got nowhere to go. The goal's out the front. That's where we're heading. We're moving forward. We're not going back. We're moving forward. And to do that, you need a goal. So make sure you have your goal. Another thing that is so important, and I can't stress this enough, is sleep. Sleep is everything. One of the things you'll find about the butterfly plan, the most important things are the things that don't cost you anything. The most important gifts you can give yourself are the things that don't cost you anything. Sleep is one of them. I think everyone should have at least 8 hours sleep a night. That's my goal for myself. Some people don't need as much, and some people need a bit more. But I think if you think to yourself, all right, 8 hours is my goal, that's what you need to do. So set up your life so that you get that 8 hours sleep. So for me, I get up at 6 every morning to go for a walk. So that means I've got to be asleep by 10 to get my 8 hours. So I go to bed around 9:30 or 9:45. Now sometimes it's a little bit either or, but a little bit before or a bit after. But the plan always is that I aim for and achieve my 8 hours sleep every night. There's lots of things that you can do to help you sleep, And if you struggle with sleep, a couple of things I think you'll find. Once you get into the plan, you'll actually sleep a lot better. I certainly did. You'll also find that by doing yoga and things like that and a bit of meditation, that's where you can really impact your sleep. Meditating just before you go to sleep, it's actually Nidri meditation is the word for it. But have a look on YouTube or go. I've mentioned some apps. Calm is a really good one. Insight Timer is a really good one where you can get free. It's an app on your phone. You just get the free meditations. So listen to those and they will really help you sleep. The Nidri meditation is awesome for that. I can't stress it enough, and you've got to do it, and you've got to account for it in your plan as well. You'll see that you need to tick that off. If you're not getting your 8 hours, you need to ask yourself why that is. Maybe you might not need exactly 8, but your body needs this time so it can regenerate. It also needs that time so it can sort of process all of the food that you've eaten, and it can start cleansing and working on your gut. So it's important on so many levels. The 3-year-old I've talked to you about, really get to know her and really make sure that you've got her under control. If you don't, you'll go into this plan almost with this little 3-year-old sitting on your shoulder, and she will take control and she'll sabotage you. Nothing surer. The truth is, the inner 3-year-old is you. And the truth about that is that that's hard when we know it's ourselves. So for me, I find by giving her a separate persona, and that's that little 3-year-old that sort of sits inside me, then sits on my shoulder, a bit naughty. By doing that, it sort of gives me, a chance to externalize it, and then I feel like I can control it more. So by separating her out, I'm able to control her. And hopefully that will work for you. So make sure that you get your little inner 3-year-old in the corner, girlfriend. Gratitude is another really important thing. We are so lucky. As bad as sometimes our life can be, we are blessed in this country, and if you're not in Australia, in the country that you're in, because if you're looking at this, then you're probably doing okay. We have an incredible life. We have beautiful sunshine. We have roofs over our heads. We have the most amazing life. And whilst it mightn't be the perfect social media life, and I say that because social media lives portray something that isn't real. And maybe it isn't as good as somebody else's that we look on from outside and go, oh, look at their life. I guarantee you, people will have looked at me, and maybe even you have, and thought, what an incredible life I lead, and aren't I so lucky? And feel that you don't maybe have what I have. Well, the fact is, yes, I do lead an incredible life, and I am incredibly lucky. But my life is nothing like what most of you would imagine it to be. But even so, I'm still grateful for every part of it, the good and the bad, because it's better to be in this place, in this incredible place that we are, with the freedom to be the people that we are, than for some people who live in such extreme poverty, or live with such extreme prejudice, or live in a life filled with fear. We are fortunate to be who we are, but never think at the same time that the people who seem to be doing really well are as perfect and as wonderful as they appear to be. Most of it is smoke and mirrors. And until I got really well, pretty much all of mine was smoke and mirrors. Now I celebrate being as well as I am, and I am incredibly blessed to be this way. And I'm grateful every single darn day for it. I'm not religious as such, as in, I suppose, in a Christian sense of the word. And if you are or you're not, it's entirely your choice. For me, I kind of feel like the universe is my guiding light or power. Whatever you believe in or don't believe in, at the very least believe in yourself. And at the very least believe in your power to be the best version of you that you can be. Gratitude is about that. Every day, out loud, I say thank you to the universe. I look up and I say thank you. I express my gratitude so often. I try and do it often more than once a day, often twice or more. Every time I feel blessed or lucky or happy, I express my gratitude. By doing that, I'm putting out the energy that I want to come back. I'm putting out really good energy. It's such an important thing to do. I can't stress it enough, and you need to do it every day. It's in the plan. Another thing that's really important is breathing. So I first sort of got introduced to the importance of breathing when I was doing yoga. When I started doing yoga, and in yoga it's incredibly important. There's various different breathing techniques. Jump on Google, you'll find a heap. And in fact, as we move through the 12 weeks, I'll send out more information about some really good breathing techniques. Essentially, breathing can get you into a state of calm, a state of groundedness, and a state of control. When we breathe quickly, that gets our heart rate up, which is okay if you're doing exercise, but it's not okay if you are just trying to live your life. By calming our breathing and taking control of our breathing, we can manage so many more things. I'll give you a couple of examples. When I first started the plan, I was coming home from work one day at the radio station, and I'd had a really busy day, so it had been really full on. On one side of I'd stopped at a set of lights just up around the corner from home, and I had this thought, oh God, I need a drink. And I stopped and I thought, hold on, why did I think that? Why did I think I needed a drink? And I thought, oh well, it's been a pretty full-on day. It's been a big day. It was a day when I had to be managing my calorie intake, so I really knew I couldn't have a drink. I mean, I knew I couldn't have a drink. So I thought, all right, okay, I'm going to just start breathing. So hold the breath. Hold the breath. In through the nose, held it at the top, out through the mouth. Sort of held for a second, did it again. By the time I got through the set of traffic lights, so I don't know how many seconds that is, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 seconds, I rechecked in and I thought, do I need a drink? No, I don't. I don't need a drink. That quickly. It happened that quickly. I took myself from a state of, oh God, I need a drink, it's been a big day, to, no, I don't need a drink. I felt really good. And to be honest, I actually feel really good now, having done that little breathing exercise. Okay, I can do this. So I didn't have a drink. I realised that breathing can control nearly anything. Do that before you go to sleep at night, particularly if you're struggling to get to sleep. It'll calm your whole system down. It'll slow you right down so that you can relax. Another time I found breathing was really good. I don't know about you, but when I go to the supermarket and go near the deli section and they've got the roast chicken, that smell. Heaven. So I could smell the roast chicken, and then I thought, oh man, that smells so good. And then I thought, I'm just going to breathe it in. So I breathe in the smell of the roast chicken. And I did it a few times. I just sort of hung around. Hopefully no one was looking at me. Hung around breathing in a few times the roast chicken. And then it was almost like, yeah, okay, that was great. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And off I went. I didn't buy the roast chicken. I didn't need the roast chicken. I got all the joy of the roast chicken from the smell, and I just went about, got the things I needed. So I realised that if I'd have a craving, breathe, let it out. I'd breathe a few times, and then I'd check in again with myself and go, so do I still want that? No, actually, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. Don't want it. No, good. It's an incredible thing. There's science behind this, of course. I didn't discover this magically. Lots of people know this, but I'm sharing it with you. And as the weeks go by, I'll share some more info and even give you some sites you can go to and find out a bit more about it. And some really great, there's a whole lot of different breathing techniques. Some of them are really easy and you can do in front of other people. Others, yeah, not so much. You've got to kind of be in the privacy of your own home. But they're all wonderful and they will serve you so incredibly well. So breathing, remember that. I don't have on the tick list breathe every day because we just have to get through the day. But always remember breathing's going to be one of your best friends. So remember that.